Ladies and gentlemen, Tattoo Avance here, and welcome to a ship review. Now today, we're going to be looking around the Aegis Vanguard Warden. Now, this is what I'm calling V2. V2 is, for me, means this is the second video I've done on this ship. It is a rework. I would say out of all the reworks we've probably had in game so far, this is probably one of the biggest reworks because they literally just started again with the ship. Same sort of shape, but lots and lots of changes. Take a look around. Well, first of all, this ship was used by the UEE for long-range fighting. That's the purpose. That's what it's good at. It can do multiple jumps and engage targets from long range and stay out in space for a long period of time. So it definitely has its place. As you can see, it's got crazy amount of guns. It's got guns on the nose there, you can see. And also it's got this one as well, which is a Gatling gun. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that there. You see the little skull? It's pretty cool, isn't it? Shimmy, we've got some sensors on the front there as well. This gun looks awesome, doesn't it? Now, I believe in the original one it had legs. Now it's got wheels. Quite a few of them. Quite surprised how many legs they've actually given this. Can't see the weight being that much. Is that a track? Oh, it's actually a track. Look, I didn't notice that. It's actually a little track. Oh, cool. That's a good idea, isn't it? Something different. I don't think I've seen that before in any other ships. Let's continue off around here. The landing gear, obviously, the landing gear folds up inside on this one. There's a weird colour in here, as you probably noticed. Change between patches between pink and blue. It's obviously a texture issue, I'm guessing. You can see these legs fold up. They are massive. Compare it against my character model. Probably about half the size of me. So the big old wheels. Engines up there. Move around this side. A bit light around this side, eh? Lots of missiles on this one as well. You can see they're pretty much everywhere. There's clipping inside there, but that'll be fixed. You can see the, that's the point there clearly, isn't it? It's just a bit offline. A lot of missile power on this. And these are huge. I think it's fair to say it's probably about the same size as me, maybe a little bit bigger. The other ones, hard to tell from here, but they're definitely not the size of me. These ones are pretty sizable, aren't they? Lots of detail on these as well. There's no doors you can open on the outside. Really cool stuff in the inside when we get inside in a minute. See the thrusters there, oblong ones. The rear landing legs, here we go. If you like pink, guys, you're going to like this. I actually really think that's pretty cool, that. It's a good idea, isn't it? And then moving back here, we have these wings that extend out. They do extend out between landing and hover mode and so on. We can see that in a bit. The silhouette of the ship is pretty much stayed the same, I would say. Apart from a few bits like these arms here that they've put in, these struts. You can see on the side here. To support the weight, I'm guessing. These are an addition as well. Quite a lot of the overall length consists of these massive wing things. Go stand further away and we can have a look. The ship itself is only, I'd fair to say, 50% of the size, maybe. And the rest of it is all wing and engine. You can see the engines here. These things were on the original concept. I think there was 3 each side. So there are some bits that they've kept in there. Huge wings. Not tried it out in atmospheric flight yet, but I imagine it's going to be very, very, very good. So let's go and take a look inside, see what we got. This is where all the action's happening here. It's pretty cool. First of all, it's got this door that attracts like a elephant's trunk. The previous one came to about here. Actually came to about here, and there was a railing here. And I think the actual ship was just lowered to the floor. And then it hit the floor sort of here. This one's been extended out much longer. I'm just going to hop on. Now this is a little room itself, I guess. You could put cargo and stuff in here, I suppose. You could put small cargo boxes here, going outside of the base cargo weight, if you know what I'm getting at. You do have component in here, the quantum drive, as you can see. Not managed to get this door open yet. Thing comes up, but it just don't open. And then you're into the main living quarters, which is here. Now, the unique thing about this ship, I've seen a lot of comments out there and saying that these escape pods, but the people don't know, the whole entire room is an escape pod. It drops out the ship, the whole entire thing. So what we're standing in now is the pod. Hence the reason you've got these, I'm going to say, quite sizable doors. You can see there, look. There's your reason why, you know, it's got chunky doors. Because this is what you're going to be stuck in when you escape and the ship's going to blow up. So what do you get in here? Well, the funny thing about it is, first of all, you get, I have no idea what that's doing there, but yep, you're right, you've seen it. There is a camera there. It looks like a camera, doesn't it? It definitely is. I don't know why. There's one here as well, look. Lots of latches around the place, as you're going to see. There's loads of compartments and rooms in here. So, some obvious observations. What we got in front of us here. We've got, looks like a coffee machine. We've got something else here. Got some cupboards down here that we can't open yet. We've got a cupboard here. Weapon rack. I wish they did this more on some of the other ships, you know. I actually really like this. This is one of the ships with the most upgraded component system out of all the ships. And what I mean by that is, you can pretty much, once the door works, you can access all the components in this one. The terrapin you can do some, but the components are not always there. So on that side, you've got your gun rack, little closet there, and on this side, you've got toilet, visible man. No, do you want to do that? Toilet. Shower. Job's a good one. Smoky glass, so you can actually see someone sitting on the toilet. That's great. Nice, nice. And over here, we have another storage locker. There's a rail there, so it's obviously going to be for clothing and bits and bobs you put in the bottom. I really like this, because when you're flying in deep space, you're going to take stuff with you. You're going to have to put it somewhere. And you see a lot of the other ships that don't even have compartments. I mean, they might do later on, but at least you can see them in this one. It's pretty cool. And then you've got the beds. 2 beds, you and your mate. And then over here, we do have a panel here. This doesn't do anything as of yet. I've tried it, unfortunately it doesn't. This looks very similar to the previous panel, to be fair. If you go and look at the... I'll leave a link to my old video, you'll have a laugh if you watch it. Standing here, looking at this, compared to the old model, this is way better. I mean, from a graphical point of view it is, and from a functionality point of view. Inside, you can actually do more in here now. If I owned one of these, I'd be quite pleased with this. I'll be quite pleased. And I've seen a lot of people saying, oh, that you might as well get the Hope Light. Well, actually, if you go and look at the actual stats, guys, the Hope Light is slower. This has nearly twice the missile power. They both have the same DPS. The only difference between this one and the Hope Light has a little bit more shield, or sorry, a little bit more HP, but it's not that much. I would go with this one. It's a better option. So we have a turret up here. Now, the funny thing about this is when the pod gets ejected, does the turret come with you? Because that would be pretty funny, wouldn't it? A box with a turret on it. We can go and have a look. I haven't got the thing, I've got the power on, so let's have a look. Maybe it does. I mean, it'd be pretty cool if it does. At least you can defend yourself, eh? You could always EVA out the door and take a big rocket launcher or something with you, couldn't you? Probably going to leave the gun behind, innit? Would be pretty funny, though. I played about it with this earlier, and when the button actually comes up... Oh, it's turning on now. That's a bonus. Guns sound cool, don't they? First observation there. Oh wow, the arc. You can actually go really far down, look. In fact, you can go further than you can freaking see. The viewing's pretty good. Change your DPI in the settings or set your mouse to do it, whatever you prefer. I like it. Displays are pretty cool, aren't they? What else have we got around here? Oh, well, that looks a bit painful, doesn't it? I always fly like this when I'm flying Star Citizen. Just one-handed. So I roll. Pretty decent. Good for you and one of your mates. They can jump in with you, jump in the gun. There's going to be the computer there they can jump on and manage the shields and manage stuff. Back it goes. So this is basically your little home. Pretty cool, eh? This is what you're going to be living in. And then moving up the front here. I think we've got everything there. We've got that door there. Yeah, we've got everything in here. Now, you do have quite a few more doors here. You have this one. No, not that one. Stand a bit closer. There we go. Now, yeah, I know. I'm thinking the same thing. It's supposed to be the radar, isn't it, from what I can see? I mean, it does say down here, look. Radar, see under stairs, below stairs. So, clearly it's the radar, I'm guessing. Then you've got more doors here. You've got shield generator, number 1. And then down the bottom here, same on this side, power plant. So you have exactly the same thing here. And the reason for the gangway, there is something there as well, I didn't notice that there. Did that actually open? I think that opened when I clicked on something there. Life support. I didn't even notice that was there. Okay. We turn the torch off. It's a little bit bright. Well, a bit dark now, eh? I didn't even know that one was there. The module's not there, but I'm guessing it is there, if that makes sense. Maybe they just hadn't created the artwork for it yet. And the reason for this little gangway is going to be because we're going to have hand tools, aren't we? So there's going to be some temporary repairs. You can probably come in here and do something. And same with down the bottom there. Same with the life support. That one's a bit tricky to get to. And last one, life support, eh? And then you've got even more. Here as well, both sides. Turn the light off now. Here's your cooling. Chunky component, both sides, here and here. So your mate could be running around. He's going to be quite busy, isn't he? He can run between the console, managing shields, repairing stuff in the gunner's seat. It's going to be action-packed. What else we got around here? One thing what's quite interesting, you probably noticed, is most of the modules are in this room where there's no modules in here. This is a self-contained module. It's going to have its own power and oxygen, clearly. Be interesting to see if maybe you can eject this and put it on a planet. Or you could have multiple ones of these, it'd be pretty cool. Anyway, back up the front. Let's have a look what we got in the old hot seat.
Flare ready.
And here we are. Flying normally. View's okay. A little bit further back. Probably I'd like to be, maybe. Like to be a little bit further forward. Maybe up to have that beam at the centre here. Put you a bit more forward in that canopy then. The upwards view's pretty decent. Left and right's okay. Pretty decent. Very similar to the Hornet series with all this sort of frame going around the place. And then the displays. The displays are in there. They're not fully done yet. It looks like they've just put them in there. I don't know if later on down the line, I'm sure they're going to come back and sort all the gaps out and everything. Controls look pretty decent. The button layout's quite good on this one as well, because you get in, you've got power, you've got engines on and off, and then you've got all the other ones on these buttons here. Nice and easy. Sometimes they put the buttons too close to each other, so you're trying to do power on and flight ready, and you're doing this and messing around, and can be a little bit of a pain. More switches down here. More switches here. Right, let's fire her up. She's actually, what we do first of all, let's hear the old start up, shall we?
Aegis combat assist activated. Systems green.
There we go. You get a little bit of an engine rumble as well. Let's take off and we'll take a look at the exterior as well while we're here. So, hover about here, I guess. And this is what she looks like from the outside. Don't know why the gun's not showing up. Bit weird. Material looks nice. Looks pretty cool. Should we put this landing gear up and see what this looks like? I think we'll have a look from the top as well, because you can see the wings detracting and attracting as well. Let's have a look. Looks much nicer like that. See if we can zoom out a little bit while we're here as well. There we are. And then we'll do the landing mode now. Could just about see them doors open in the gap there, can't you, as you do it as well. I like it. I think it looks really nice. I think they've done a good job. And I've just noticed there a minute ago as well, that front light. It's quite bright on the front there, isn't it? That one is. Jesus. Put a bit of acceleration into it and give it a quick fly, and we'll try out the guns as well. Alright, the forward guns, you've got two guns. You've got this repeater here, which fires from the nose piece. You can see from the front there, look. And then you've got the Gatling. And we do that from inside. All the Gatlings in-game in this current build have been updated, i.e. they give them a little bit more of a bassy sound now. I've noticed it with my Freelancer Miss. I prefer it. It sounds much beefier. Let's get a little bit of height. The flight of the ship's quite good. I've quite enjoyed flying it. Does fly nice. I actually think they've done a really good job. If I would have owned one, I would have thought they've done a really good job. To be fair, it is an upgrade over the previous one, if you look at it from a design point of view. If you would have left with the previous Vanguard compared to some of the ships we're seeing today, yeah, it looked pretty pants, to be fair. And I'll leave a link in the description. You go and take a look at the old video and let me know what you think on the comparison. So, that's it, the Vanguard Warden. Let me know what you think in the comments. Overall, I think it's a fantastic long-range fighting ship, and I love the idea of the centre pod that drops out. If you can actually see, you can see where the pod drops out at the bottom there, look. You see the doors. So they drop out, pops out the bottom, poops out a little egg, and the turret clearly stays behind. But it would have been cool, wouldn't it? So that's it from today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you want to support me, give me a like or a dislike. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to make sure you get notifications of upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.